really proud that we were able to get that accomplished. And again, it wasn't just because of me, it was a lot of hard work from a lot of groups, organizations around the state, and also members of the legislature on both sides, the Senate and the House. It's an issue, as with many issues up here in Harrisburg, I mean, I worked on for about 4 or 5 years, got it passed in 2 consecutive sessions, and was never able to get a vote or get it to the governor's desk. But at the end of Governor Rendell's term, we were able to get the bill passed. And again, this creates a brand new department in Pennsylvania, the Department of Drug and Alcohol Programs. I believe it's the first new department in the state in about 20 or 25 years. So, you know, especially in these economic times, creating a new department. But I just thought it was just critically important, because this is just such a big problem throughout the state. In all our communities, the problem of addiction and the problems that drug and alcohol addiction and abuse, you know, take on society. So where we are right now, Governor Corbett earlier this year named a secretary. His name is Gary Tennis. Gary's a great guy, came out of the district attorney's office in Philadelphia. Was head of legislative.
I knew Gary 20 years. I knew Gary 20 years ago when I was a budget analyst on the appropriations committee. Gary used to come.
Super guy. Yeah. He knows law enforcement, but more importantly, he knows about addiction and the importance of getting people help and getting people into treatment. So he is just a great choice. Applaud Governor Corbett for making the choice. Gary has not been confirmed yet. You know, this process takes a little time, getting around to see all the senators. The Senate has to confirm the new secretary. My understanding is by the middle to the end of May that he should be confirmed, and then that new department will be up and running. And as far as the funding goes, in the law that we passed, the new department is basically takes over the old Bureau of Drug and Alcohol Programs, which was in the Department of Health. So that becomes the new department, that bureau. The funding is there in place. The governor has funded that new department. He's level funded it from last year. There was money in there for the transition to the new department last year and some more money in this year. So as far as we're concerned, it's fully funded. What I would like to see happen as soon as it gets up and running is to move some of these other pieces that are around the different agencies that deal with treatment and drug and alcohol and move them all into the new department. So hopefully, you know, once he gets up and running and gets his feet on the ground, and you know, we'll be able to make that happen. I think it's going to be terrific, especially with Gary in there. It's going to be terrific because we want to get people help. We want to reduce crime, and prison overcrowding, a big problem, big part of the budget. We spend so much money on putting people in jail. I think it makes a whole lot more sense to get them help, get them treatment, and make them productive citizens instead of putting them in jail.